Good morning, everybody. It is 9:15 this morning.
I think we're doing well, Jess. I do think we're doing well. It's morning.
Anytime that we make it here is a very good thing. You're listening to the Jess Address this morning. I am Jess, this is Emma, and we are joined by the absolutely fabulous, the woman who knows a lot about what's going on around town, Kerry Ridley.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Kerry, I will tell you, we've got these beautiful headsets or mics this morning, and you have to talk right into them so our community can hear you.
Okay, luckily they can't see us.
That's how I feel too.
Notice all the cameras around. They will be looking at us hopefully a little bit lately. What are we going to talk about first? Because there is so much. I don't think we've even got enough time in this actual from 9 till 12 to talk to you about everything you know that's going on in our beautiful community.
There is lots going on, but I think we should talk about Town Team.
Tell me, what is Town Team?
Town Team is a movement, and basically you can sort of search Town Team movement, like a .com.au, and that gives you all the information. The premise about it is activating spaces and getting the community engaged in making areas that might not be fabulous or they've been, graffitied or whatever, and getting the community together as like little busy bee teams to make the spaces better.
Okay.
Yeah. And what it is that normally with government departments, shall we say, that there's a lot of bureaucracy. Oh, my gosh, I'm doing a good start for me this morning. Big word like bureaucracy. And there's a lot of red tape that's involved, and it's funding, and there's all them things where people end up just going, this is all too hard. And they want to help. They want to volunteer.
They don't know where or what to do.
Exactly. So the Town Team movement for the Rockingham area, it cuts out all of that. So it is sponsored by, like, City of Rockingham, the RAC.
RAC is a great organisation.
Absolutely. And so it's the RAC that's doling out the funds.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's a little community development in City of Rockingham. So it cuts out all the red tape. It says, as an example, we want to paint a mural down on Rockingham foreshore. And we've got 6 volunteers, but we need the products and we need an artist. So it's the funds for those products and paints that the RAC will give the funds for, the money for. It
does look at opportunities for maybe other community to get a part of it. So, for example, if a school said they've got an activation space within their community, whether it be Port Kennedy, is it just Rockingham or is it individual communities?
Town Team is an Australia-wide organisation.
Yeah.
The Rockingham one, there's Baldivis and Port Kennedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like the old Residents Association, is it? Like where
a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there is a tradie, an artist, anyone who has a creative side to them.
Or has an idea about activating a space.
Yeah, okay. Because there's lots of things I've seen on Facebook recently about, I don't know if I should mention this, but I'm just going to do it anyway and you can shut me down. I seem to do that often, about wanting to get like a bike pump track, it's called. And so kids have been sneaking out and digging tracks themselves, and then the next day they find that they've been destroyed by someone who, I don't know, it's a liability thing or it's something like that. A bike pump track. It's like
where they've got little
mounds
bumps
of dirt and they go up and over.
Like the little old motocross track kind
just
of thing.
like that,
okay,
Cool.
So I'm with you now.
We used to build them like at the end of Jamaican Road before it was the end, like where it used to end.
Yes.
We used to build them there and they were just always there for us, but people are going out and building them now. Our kids are going out and digging them, spending hours digging them, and then they've been reported by someone and they're undug the next day. So I wonder if something like that could happen.
They definitely, but it'd have to be the space that they're looking at, because what they're doing probably is they're looking at already like a park space and going, we could do something better here. Like we could create a nature play area, something to activate the area. With a bike track, they're usually going out the bush.
Yeah, well, that's
true.
the thing. They're finding a vacant block of land and just digging on it. Yeah.
So if they found the right area
space to do it in,
and I guess approach the right people, if they were in an area where Town Teams was there already, they definitely could put it there. So,
Oh, they could. I mean, I sort of thought to myself, wouldn't like a chess set be great down on the foreshore there.
Oh, for sure.
Like a hopscotch between the foreshore down to the Palm Beach jetty.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, just to activate these spaces in and around. But it's also about as well if, you know, areas, for example, maybe the Port Kennedy area, it's a very family area. So, you know, town team there could probably say, hey, let's just do one big long table, lunch, dinner, you know, make it a family event.
For
and that's
that area. A good thing. Like we're trying to get back to knowing our neighbours, aren't we?
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And, you know, getting down to the local park, but knowing the people down there, going, oh, you know, I know what street you live in, talking about maybe the issues within your own community, whether it be, you know, people drag racing down your street or things like that. Coming together as a community, you can kind of solve those problems together.
Yes, and with town team, it's like where all the volunteers who want to volunteer can go to contribute to their community and to their neighbourhood. Because say, for example, I know Bill Smith who lives next door to me. He's a carpenter, he's retired, whatever. I'll go and see if he wants to be a part of town team because we're building tables and chairs in a park in Port Kennedy, that kind of thing, and just to make it really easy and simple for people so that they can go, yes, I'll help.
It sounds like it really is the foundation of community, this town teams movement, is actually bringing people back together and kind of creating a little bit of, you know, confidence and ownership over your own area and going, this is my space and I love it and I want to make it better.
Yeah, and contact as well. Like contact in community just creates better mental health in everyone.
Yes.
And they take ownership and pride in their area as well, which is great. So
if I wanted to be a part of town team?
If you want to be part of town team, we are actually having the launch at my little bookshop down on the foreshore.
Oh, that sounds great.
Which
great
is
venue.
I know. Not biased, but yes, I think so. The 22nd of June, which is next Thursday at 5:30. So what's going to happen is that we've got the local, can I blurb?
Yeah.
Okay. The local Jaffalato down on the foreshore. They're doing the catering. So we've
delicious food, definitely mention them.
Absolutely. So we have a couple of councillors coming from City of Rockingham.
Yep.
We've invited, you know, anyone who's creative, like the men's shed.
Oh, awesome.
You know, people who really want to help.
Yeah.
So next Thursday at 5:30, if you want to be a part of town team, if you want to volunteer and if you want to just get the job done, which is what town team is about, then please come on down. We'd love to see you, love to meet you. They've also got a town team launch in the Baldivis Community Garden on Saturday the 24th.
Now Baldivis is it's a growing community, really growing community, and I'd imagine there's a lot of people that do want to be a part of that. So excellent, getting the word out there.
And the good part about it is that there is no, this is going to take ages to achieve.
Yeah.
It really is a case of a group of people coming together. They say, we want to do this idea.
Let's work together.
And a week or two later, bingo, there's the funds. Let's do the job.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah.
Is it really that simple, Kerry?
Yes, scarily, it is that simple. Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought?
People actually want to make communities better. I love it.
Yeah. There's also another one in Port Kennedy as well.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, which is Sunday the 25th of June at 3 p.m. at Birdie's Restaurant.
Now, I will put a copy of the poster that you've got right there up on my Facebook page if anyone is looking for the information and heard us but didn't quite write it down, didn't have the time to write it down. So I'll be putting that information on my Facebook page. We're going to play a little song and we're going to have Kerry back because it doesn't stop here, does it, Kerry?
Oh, no, lots more goss.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the goss. We're back and I want to give a massive thank you to Carl and the team at KJ Landscaping. They have been supporting my little show.
They're amazing.
For so long now, and Carl is a great guy who's always looking for opportunities to help the community.
Town team.
Yep.
Look at these skills.
I might have to pass that information over to Carl actually because he is a great gardener and he does love a garden. He loves a good lawn. He really does love a green
people
lawn.
with lovely lawns.
Oh, you don't like me then. No one likes me.
Although I live in a concrete jungle.
Yeah, but it's still a jungle.
Oh, yeah, it is.
There's greenage, but just not on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This marble garden I have. Yeah.
Thank you to Carl and the team at KJ Landscaping for throwing their support behind the Jess address, knowing that community is important to us. The act, belong, commit message is very important. But before you act, what do you need to do?
You need the information,
Jess.
You
need the information, and that's why we're here talking about town teams with Kerry Ridley from the Little Bookshop. And also, what else are we talking about?
We're talking about tourism in Rockingham. Rockingham is a tourist town.
It sure is. It's a place to come.
Every business, every home should realise that really we are in a great location.
37 kilometres of coastline we've got here.
Yeah, we have got so much potential, and the tourism then floats back down through to the community and the neighbourhoods, because then there's so much more things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it really is.
And that's better for our community. When you've got things to do, when you've got places to be, things to see, cultural awareness around us where we can go and get a bit of culture in our souls.
Absolutely, yeah.
It makes you smile.
It does. I love it, Jess. I love your passion.
So Tourism Rockingham is, like, I guess, the official name. Probably most people would call it the Rockingham Visitor Centre.
Yes.
You know, it's down across from the old Rocky Hotel.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you can actually join as a member,
I did not know that.
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Which I know. I mean, I probably wouldn't have thought of that myself either. But if you are a resident, then it is a great information place to know what is going on in the area. And it's not just necessarily Rockingham. I mean, we've got a big area, obviously Baldivis, Port Kennedy, etc. So it's a really good place to go. Obviously, they have Facebook and Instagram to find out what's going on for Rockingham, the big events and the small events as well. So it's not just say business owners or B&Bs that would be a member necessarily. It is a whole community thing. Yeah.
And I've been down there all the time, actually. I try and visit, and I didn't know I could become a member. I am going to become a member this week because I've picked up a couple of the local shirts, the Rockingham, how they've got the little penguins on there, and they're by a local artist. I love them, and I bought a couple for my friends too because I thought they were really cute. But there's some really great little knicknacks and things you can buy there.
And crochet.
They really do try and support local business. Local business in there. A lot of cultural things in there as well. They're really like trying to branch out to bring something different to Rockingham as well, which absolutely.
The Catalpa event is run by Tourism Rockingham.
Yep.
And that was massive, although it did rain out in the afternoon, which was a shame. But, you know, that is going to be a yearly thing. So it's going to be like historically and for bringing people to Rockingham, that will end up being just as big as the Rockingham Beach Cup.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
And do you know what? It was just as big. I was working that day with Street Hustle, and the crowds that came down to that event. But not only that, I had my community board out for the week before. That Catalpa sign, everybody was interested going, what is Catalpa? What is it?
Yeah,
and it became a talking point that I was talking to the community going, oh, you don't know about Catalpa? Well, you're about to find out. A lot of people came down and they were all around. They had like a little information booth where they had little A-frames up and all information about Catalpa, and people were just flowing in there to learn about the history. That made me happy.
Yeah, because it's surprising. I remember in high school, way back in the day, we, instead of learning about our own history and the history of Rockingham and Catalpa, we learnt Henry VIII, English history. So it doesn't really surprise me that a lot of people don't know about it because we are an older demographic area, really.
Yeah.
The Catalpa Memorial, sort of just down past the yacht club.
The Wild Geese,
Yeah, the Wild Geese. I walk past there most days with my dog. That's our little roundabout. And then these are things as well that, with Town Team, you can then incorporate an event down by the Catalpa Memorial for the community, and then they would learn more about Catalpa.
Yeah.
So, I know that next year they are getting the Lewin
Yes.
to come down.
So
Which would be fabulous.
they're going to try and do a little bit more of a reenactment.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
cannons.
very
Which
much.
is great because they're, talking about investing in the artists, local artists, and going, right, how can we make this come to life? So we know for kids, when they're learning about something, to have something so real. Multi-sensory experience, but also older people as well might like it as well.
Everyone likes entertainment.
You get more from it. You learn about the history and what actually happened a little bit more. I know I would retain a little bit more.
And it's in such a friendly environment.
Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So I think when it comes to history, people go, oh. But when it's in an informal setting, then people go, oh, actually, this is pretty cool.
And it is, right?
And it's very
such a cool story.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irish heritage.
From Irish to New York, back again. It's just an amazing story.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a bit of a cheeky tale, really, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it would be Irish. They are cheeky, but we love them.
Going back to Tourism Rockingham, I know that on their website and things like that, you'll find a host of information. Often I go there to find out what's going on locally. I know the Gary Holland Centre has a lot going on. They've got a quiz night happening with IPL. They've got the RDNA Breakfast Awards. They were just at the Fuel to Go Championships. All the kids are being recognised, and adults that played as well. I don't know whether you know this, Kerry, but they had their first No Limits team play in the Fuel to Go Championships, Rockingham Breakers. They actually end up getting 2 teams together, which made me so happy because we were promoting it, weren't we?
Really,
we were talking, get down there, be a part of it. And they got to the grand final.
Woohoo!
In their first year, and they were playing against Fremantle, all these other very established clubs.
Very cool. Yeah.
Congratulations to the No Limits team. They should be so proud. I bet you they're itching now to go back next year and win. But what an amazing achievement to the Rockingham Districts Netball Association, who actually put a lot of time and effort into training these kids and making sure they were prepared. And they had awesome uniforms and great coaching staff. I was really proud.
Yeah, look, I'm waiting. Can't wait for Jacob to be old enough to do it.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is. I just remember grazing my knees on the Rockingham netball courts way back.
Me too. Picking the bitumen out.
Picking the bitumen out of your knees. Gosh,
guys, it's been resurfaced since then.
Has it? Probably like a million years ago. When we finished netball, they decided to resurface.
Back when Marky Mark was premier, he got it resurfaced.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he is. And now you just bounce up. You just know you roll.
Like them playground rubber things.
No, not quite that exciting.
Still hard, but not so hard. You're on like bitumen.
So, but there's also things too, like the Netball Association. They could become a member of Tourism Rockingham, and they can promote their events.
Yes,
what's going on for the Netball Association, as an example, and that gets promoted on Tourism Rockingham, because that is the
I'm going to be all
to
over that actually with Nicole, because I think the Rockingham Districts Netball Association do such a good job, and I think anyone that wants to partner with them and put out what they're doing for women in sport, but not only that, now inclusive young boys are now playing netball. They're looking at getting a mixed competition, walk ball. They're really trying to be inclusive for the whole community. So,
and all of these great things, when people are members of this, it shows to the whole state and the whole country what we have available here and what fantastic things that we do. You know, whether it is the smaller events or the big, large events like the Beach Cup. I'm looking forward to Gary Holland Centre. We just didn't quite mention the charity gala.
Shall we get started on that, or shall we play a song? What should we do?
Let's...
You're the boss, Jess.
We're going to play a song because I think we're going to be here for a little while talking about the charity gala. It does get me very excited. You are a supporter of IPL Radio. If you want to be feeling good, is this week Men's Health Week?
I don't know. Dag nabbit. Let me
check. There's nothing that you don't know, Emma.
I know, right? Men's...
I can't say that I know either.
Well, oops. Sitting here, 3 women.
Yeah.
No. I feel like this week is Men's Health Week.
2023 Men's Health Week. It actually didn't tell me the dates.
There's man flu going on at my house at the moment. It's no wonder I want to race out the door.
I tell you what, I will tell everybody... take care of yourselves at the moment because influenza A is actually well and truly out into the community. And for some people, they get the flu, they get over it, they keep going. But for some people, influenza A can be quite debilitating. So just, wash your hands, take care of yourself. If you're sick, stay home, those types of things. It is Men's Health this week, which is a good lead into men. If you want to look after your fingers, go into Fashion Nail. They love men in there. They really take really good care of them. Go get your nails, go get your toenails done, have a nice little pedi, spend some time on yourself.
What does your man do to make sure he's mentally healthy?
Well, he loves a massage.
Okay.
He'll often go down to Rocky City, just up from Pet City there. Gets the cupping and stuff done. He's also a gardener.
Oh, okay.
So a beer in hand, watering his garden. Not now, obviously, that we've had plenty of rain. Pulling weeds, that's what makes him happy.
I wish that made my husband happy.
He loves a garden. He loves to go to nurseries, things like that. That's his happy space.
Yeah, my partner's the same.
Yeah.
He likes to have a massage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, the Bunnings place.
Yeah, the Bunnings strip.
And he will just meander
around
Bunnings, like probably we would meander around Spotlight maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
That's his little happy place. And same, taking the dog for a walk. Yeah.
Sometimes just spending quality time with each other, even though they go...
Really, they love like that, man. My husband's happy place is he jams and he has gigs, and so
that's
cool. It's cool for him, but I don't want home with 6 kids. I'm not mentally healthy when he's mentally healthy.
Well, I think with my partner, he works away.
Yeah.
So his mental health is away from the house and everything that goes on because when he's back. Hello, Kerry. Hello, Bookshop. So it's all full on again. So, but I must admit though, ever since we met, he has always, it's like an automatic natural thing. He has always opened the car door for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Always. And it's just one of them things that he does. And even
maybe
the other week,
you should open the car door for him, see how he behaves.
Happens. They'd both just be standing there on either side of the car with the doors open.
Just open the car door for him and go, here you go. It's Men's Health.
I can't be that nice to him.
It's funny, isn't it? Yep. Like what they do is they're showing love to you.
They're showing love and affection.
Yeah, it's really interesting, I reckon.
And can I go down like a little road that we probably shouldn't?
Okay.
He also,
I love this on the Jess address,
always puts the toilet seat down. Always has.
Yeah.
So when another male is in our household, we know exactly who it is because they don't put the seat down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
You have no sons?
No.
Yeah, so you've never had to train a son to do that?
No. Yeah.
It is difficult.
Yep.
It is very difficult. Off they're going to their program this afternoon. Oh, quick, I'll go to the toilet before you go. And then runs out. You come back, go to sit on a no toilet seat.
All of my sons put the seats down. I actually haven't had to train my sons.
What?
They just put it down. But it could have... No, you have a female-dominated household too.
Yes.
But we have a female-dominated... We have a very opinionated female-dominated household in our house.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. So,
is that how it should be?
Absolutely.
Maybe I haven't instilled fear in my boys enough.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm going to do it when I get home. And they'll just laugh at me.
My brother-in-law, they live up in the Baldivis Lifestyle Village.
Yeah.
And all the men there, they go to their little men's shed.
Yes.
And that's their mental health and, what they do to make them sort of feel better.
Shout out to the men's shed.
Oh,
they
absolutely. They do
really great
work.
things in the community as well, and they want to be a part of the community.
They do.
I think they've previously made little things for decorations and stuff for Christmas and stuff that have been out in the community, and I just love to hear that they really want to be a part of it and create opportunities, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And they made... the men at the Baldivis Lifestyle Village, they actually made the wooden base and everything for my book Christmas Tree.
Oh, beautiful.
Last year, which was sort of in the front of the shop, and everybody was just like, oh, this is amazing. And just using their engineering kind of practical brains to make it work. And it's like, thank you.
Yeah. What else can we do for men during it's not Mental Health Week, it's Men's Health Week.
Yes.
Well, they can go for massages if you can give them a free ticket to go get a massage.
I have been trying since the shop opened on the foreshore to have men's events there.
Okay.
Like a male book club. Because,
boys can read too.
I mean, most of my readers and customers are women, but there is a lot of men that do come in, buy the books, etc. But it's trying to reach that audience.
It's a little bit more difficult, challenging.
It is. And I was speaking to my brother the other day, and he said, well, why don't you do something where you've got some like World War II veterans, and especially with the defence in the area, and then men would probably want to come along to that and listen to that history, or have a tradies evening.
Maybe we could do something with Catalpa.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Oh, great minds,
yes.
Jess.
Absolutely.
Maybe we could do something. Because they did a little reading. They had like poetry and things like that up at Catalpa that I noticed was very well witnessed. Like there was a lot of people listening to this guy tell a tale, and I think it was like a poem that he told of Catalpa, which was excellent. I wonder whether we can't get men more involved in books when we're talking about, they're more into like historical history and learning about, I don't know, some are into sci-fi as well, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then his other great suggestion was to go to one of the stores on Dixon Road and ask if one of the camping fishing places would come and do a talk at the bookshop. And I just thought, oh, my gosh, that is such an amazing idea. And getting his point of view to be like, what events can I do for men in the community at the bookshop that they would be really interested in?
What about Mangles Fishing Club?
Well, that's a good idea.
Oh,
get
someone. Peter Hudson said they were actually doing a lot of programs trying to establish into the community, but they were also doing a lot with women at the moment, which I really, really liked.
Yay!
They had like a program where women could go get their skipper's ticket for free through them, where they learned how to drive a boat and then were able to go for their skipper's ticket, which I just thought that's really empowering. Cool. I really like that, but also little fishing events that were focused around women going fishing rather than it seemed to be like a men's thing to do. And fishing can be part of mental health and part of Men's Health Week.
Absolutely. The times I've gone fishing, I'm just thinking like, oh, this is the most relaxing thing in the world.
Yeah, until you catch a fish.
And then panic sets in. It's like, somebody else grab it.
It's seaweed.
Yes.
But I loved hearing that. But maybe they've got some programs and things like that they could come in promote. But not only that, information on the current fishing licenses and things like that, because it's all a little confusing for me.
It is.
It really is confused. Do you need a license to go on beach fish now? I don't know.
I don't know anything about fishing, just quietly.
Yeah.
Do you just throw a line in the water and something attaches to it and then you pick it up?
That's the technical.
That's the real terminology going on there. And you relax and you have like a little esky next to you.
Yeah. Do that. The esky bit I could do.
Yeah. And to be honest, I used to go down to, is it Tim's Thicket? Just down past Dawesville, and we'd go fishing there, but it was our version of fishing. So we had to take the bubbles and the strawberries and the cheese platter as well, and all these other people would be walking by. And we've got the rods in the water and everything, but it's like, oh, okay, so this is
that rod's been going for ages.
Yeah, this is a different version of fishing on the beach.
It's like glamping, but fishing in style, don't you think? Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We did want to talk about the Rockingham Charity Gala, which will be on the 22nd of July. Woo! Tickets are on sale. We've got some really great sponsors: Donna Bates, St John's Winery.
It's a good day. It is a really good day. We are here.
St John's Winery, I'm very sorry, and I do love their wines. Their Ganache is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it just is.
Oh, I tell you what, at the moment they've got an end of financial year sale. Go down, check out their little winery.
Where is it?
It's actually, you know where the car dealerships is?
Yeah.
So you go down a little bit further and they've got like a little industrial area in there, park in there. It's just like hidden in the corner, but you go in there and it's just beautiful.
Another hidden gem of Rockingham.
It is absolutely. And you go in there and you can choose your wines. You have to get 6 bottles of wine. But trust me, you will have no problems finding 6 beautiful bottles of wine to be able to cheer up your 18-plus family when you get home. But can I tell you, Ganache, I highly, highly recommend that one. It's delicious. I'm going back for more.
All right.
And they're such lovely people.
They are. And they're from Rockingham. And I did not know. See, it's another thing that I did not know, that they are from Rockingham. Obviously, they're vineyards. They've got Churchview, and they've just recently taken over St. John's Winery, and they're making it into their own. But the things that they're doing in there, like, I don't know that much about wine except when you drink it, it can be
good.
delicious.
It's good.
But all the different types of grapes, and by mixing the different grapes, what kind of things. I didn't know that there was a red wine called Ganache. I thought you only had your Shiraz, your Merlot, you know,
the real heavy stuff.
The real heavy stuff. But then you've got some beautiful ones in there that are just like
light and fluffy and lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have
very
to get
delicious.
to the charity gala to drink the wine.
Yes.
Alone.
Yes. So yes, they will be there, and they will be delivering some beautiful wines to us. We've got Imprecious
Pharmacy.
Baldivis Pharmacy.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Incredible organisation coming in. Already bought their table. They were just straight up. We're there.
Macca
Mining, another one. We've got Anytime Fitness, which is your mate Hayley
Edwards.
Hayley Edwards is a part of it. The absolutely divine, and this woman is phenomenal, Donna Bates. If it wasn't for her, this event wouldn't be happening. So, shout out to Donna Bates. She is incredible. Who else do we have?
We have Karen from the KMD group.
Yeah.
Karen, I really do want to give a shout out to her. Another hidden gem in Rockingham.
Divine. We love her.
She is
the philosopher.
A local publisher, but she has an amazing presence worldwide.
Yes.
But you wouldn't even know that when you see her. She's just such a beautiful person.
She is a beautiful,
so
beautiful soul. Yeah. And she just kicks so many goals.
With her eyes closed, can I say that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It just seems like she just does it naturally.
Yeah. She has great connections. She always wants to see people thrive.
Yes.
And she loves Rockingham.
Yeah.
And as much as she does a lot of work in New York and London and all of these amazing places, she calls Rockingham home, and she wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And you just think there are so many fantastic people in the community. And in the publishing world that's doing so many wonderful things, and like you don't really get to hear about them.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, Kerry.
That's right.
We want to shout it out at
Positive
the roof.
news.
That's positive news. Warm Skin and Body.
Oh, yes, the lovely Helena.
Yes. She's a big part of the team creating such a phenomenal event. Who else? Have we missed anyone else?
We probably have.
We kind of.
I'm going to check out the Facebook page because then that way we can be certain.
Someone's
what date
got a
is it
phone
again?
here checking everything, which is great.
Yeah, we always have a phone with us because if ever we say anything and we go, is that right? Let's just check that out.
Instant checkup.
Not that everything you get on the internet is correct, but you can certainly check your information.
Yeah, I was just going to say with the charity gala with the Under the Sea theme as well. So the basic premise of it, really, I'm sure you've talked about all this before, is helping charities in the area.
Yes.
And we would love, you don't have to be a business owner to go along. You can be anyone in the community at all who wants to go along. But also, obviously, we're there to raise funds and raise money for these charities. So we've got the cool auctions going on, the silent auction. So if it might seem like it's expensive for a ticket.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I did, it is something that I am discussing with people. People do go, $150 for a ticket. What do I get for that? So what do they get for that? They get an entree, a main, a take-home dessert, or they can enjoy it with us if they like.
They can frock up and doll up and suit up.
We'll have an Insta booth there where they can take photos, remember the moment. There'll be a DJ there. We've got Kerry, obviously behind the mic, entertaining us all.
MC.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
We're going to have a little Q&A with some people within the community as well, talking about how this organisation called Partnerships with Purpose actually start and what we hope to do within the community, which is really create, more bonds between us, but also more opportunities for non-for-profits, people that are doing great things within our community.
And organisations that sit under the radar a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the big organisations that everyone knows and everyone donates to, but it's the little local ones that go unseen.
Yes.
That's sort of what we're trying to
unearth.
Yeah. To get funds for them as well.
Yeah.
So,
and we've got the ability to be able to fundraise for a group of organisations. We're not necessarily honing in on one. We want to try and establish as much money as we can and feed those organisations. People like IPL Radio are doing really great things within our community. And
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, we just had Spectrum Space in here just the other week, where we had a whole group of kids who are on the spectrum come in, and they got behind the microphones and they interviewed each other, and they got this sense of confidence, this sense of my voice is being heard.
Wonderful.
And I'm valuable. But not only that, it was great to see the carers and that come on board and see these developments of relationships, them actually learning back and forth conversation skills, and the fact that the kids were actually asking about the people that they were with and generally wanted to know, what is it about your life that's of interest to other people? And it was... Honestly, it was really, really good, and I loved being a part of it.
I wish I'd have been here. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, and so we've developed this video content that we're going to give back to Spectrum Space, that they can choose to do with it what they will, but also to give it to parents to see the parents are going, wow, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So, yeah, that, and IPL was the one that facilitated that. And, and it cost Spectrum Space nothing. It cost IPL their time and their resources, but that's the kind of organisation that IPL is. And I'm so proud to be sitting in this chair and be a part of that. So, yeah.
You did really well because you only missed 2.
Impressions Catering, which I went to go and mention. Yep. And the big one, the Rockingham
Chamber of Commerce.
That's all. So you did really well to remember all the other ones.
All of them, yeah. But when it comes to the $150, I think... It's more about, you could look at it in a mindset of, I'm doing my donation for a charity this year. That's my $150 donated. Instead of, maybe there's a tin up at the shop and you put in a couple of bucks or whatever. You could look at it like, this is my donation for the year for charities in my area.
And look what you get out of it too.
And also, this is my donation in myself because I'm going to have a really good
time. Totally.
There's going to be dancing. There's going to be St. John's wine. There's going to be so much that
I'm looking forward to the little dessert.
Yeah, to the dessert as well. We can take some photos with each other. You can do some networking. If you're a business and you want to go in, there'll be heaps of people there that you'll be able to network with. Kerry obviously being one of them.
Yes, that's me. Woo-hoo.
I'll be there.
Always.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah, I always think like, what was the TV show? Millions of years ago, Sale of the Century.
Oh, yeah.
So I can be like the sidekick when it comes to the auction.
Exenidus.
Oh,
that was her name.
She was the...
Wheel of Fortune girl.
The Jeopardy. Was it Jeopardy? Oh, Wheel of Fortune girl.
Wheel of Fortune girl.
Yeah.
My mistake, sorry.
Yeah, wasn't it Joe Bailey?
Yes, it was at a point. Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
And
we're old.
Delphine Delaney, way back.
Way back.
When it was Tony Barber. I'm just going to shut up now.
No. I'm just trying to remember who she was.
The history of television.
I actually want to bring back the Who Am I's.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They used to go, who am I? And you used to get
like
heaps of...
Yeah. Did you used to do it with fantails when you got fantails?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, I love doing that. Yeah. So.
I love them.
Meanwhile, back at the charity gala...
Yes. We digress, as per usual.
It is going to be a fantastic evening. So please support it because you are supporting members of your own community.
Yeah.
Really. And we know that at the moment that cost of living and everything's tough, and the whole community, whether you're a business owner or whether you're a resident, we're all doing it tough in that regard.
But by supporting each other.
By supporting each other, exactly.
We can help each other through these tough times.
And you can make some fantastic new friends.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are part of that friendship group. So, come on board.
Come on board. It's Under the Sea. You get to
me and my partner have
got matching outfits.
Oh, really?
Of course you do.
Oh, I love it.
Are we talking Met Gala?
Yes, more Met Gala for me than black tie. But, I mean, obviously it is black tie.
You're going to be a statement on your own.
Think Little Mermaid hairdo.
Love it.
I got a couple of starfish to throw in there, and so it's. I just look at this as I don't get to frock up very often, so when I do, I like to sort of make it fun, really. So me and my partner will be like Tom. What was it? Tom Cruise and Katie, what's her name back in the day? We're just
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, no.
Katie
what was
Holmes.
the one after that?
Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
From Dawson's Creek.
So it's like,
So
we've
you're
just got
tall,
matching.
he's short?
No, but I am wearing comfortable shoes.
Of course.
Good.
So we just thought, why not? Why not turn it into something fun and fabulous for us as a couple?
Yeah, beautiful.
As well. So that's what we're doing. You can also... Amy who is doing all the social media for
shout out to her.
Gala.
Is it Something
Creative? Yes.
If you're a small business and you're looking for help for social media, sometimes I don't understand it either. This lady is she's doing really great things with the Rockingham Charity Gala, and I look forward to that being a relationship that grows and hopefully having her on the team for next year as well, because she's just as keen to do good things in the community, and I love seeing that spark amongst the younger.
That they're all enthusiastic about it.
Yes.
So Amy has been going around to some of the op shops and finding like fabulous outfits that you can wear. So that's all going to be up on the socials as well for Rockingham Charity Gala. Make sure you check it out, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, get your tickets. Hopefully we sell out. I've got fingers crossed we do. And let me tell you, the auctions, we do have an artist from Esperance that's donated a beautiful piece. I'm looking forward to getting a photo of this print. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Work. Yeah, I do.
It's very under the sea themed, and I'm so excited to see how that does. I'm sure that's going to be something that's fought over.
Oh, absolutely. It was at the last one.
It was at the last one, wasn't it? I tried my hardest.
I'm intrigued now.
Yes, it is beautiful. She just her style. I would say it's watercolor.
That was what was going to my head, but for some reason I thought it was alcohol ink. Like I don't remember exactly. It's just the
alcohol
way.
ink.
Do you know how
it
disperses? Like it is just stunning. I'm like I don't even. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
So look forward to that.
I'm looking forward to doing my Sale of the Century next to it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether that will be. I think that will be a silent auction item, one where people
can't fight over it.
People fight on it. But we are going to have a live auction where we're going to have the paddles up.
Yes.
We've got some really
professional auction. I'm excited
because we want to see a bit of spirit within the community. And there are a lot of people, and we do have some great things that people are going to want. And I'm looking forward to being a part of that too. I think it'll create a bit of humour.
I think it's sometimes people think, these corporate events and it's going to drag on forever. But
not with you at the helm. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's got to have a quirky edge to it. I mean, the core is what we are all aiming for, of raising funds for local charities, but it's just going to have a quirky edge, so you don't have to sit through some person on a stage droning on for 20-25 minutes and you're going, when are we out of here? It's not
when do we hit the dance floor?
Yeah, when do we hit the dance floor? It's all just going to be a lot more fun than maybe a corporate event normally would be.
Good.
So stay tuned and come along, buy a ticket.
Can I also talk to you about, we've talked about IPL Radio obviously being recipient of some of the funny, I can't speak now.
The money.
The funny buns.
Yeah.
Money raised, but also Orange Sky. Now, a lot of people will go, who is Orange? Who is it? And what do they do?
Orange Sky Laundry are an organisation that have their little mobile vans, and in the back of them there is like washing machines and dryers, and now they've even gone expanded even further. They do showers, and this is all to go around and help the vulnerable that are in need, the homeless, the sleeping rough. And it started out in Brisbane probably maybe about 10 or 12 years ago, just a couple of guys, and they actually happened to just have an orange combi van. And they thought, oh, my gosh, like, yeah, this is our neighbours. Mm-hmm. So they thought, oh, bugger it, let's just put in a washing machine and go and wash their clothes. And they also sit there and they just have a chat, and it's giving them back the dignity and respect that a lot of these vulnerable people can feel a bit shamed, I guess, and it's giving them back their dignity as well. So Orange Sky. And
it's funny that a shower can actually make you feel good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we take that for granted.
Yes, we do.
We take that little thing that we get to have every day for granted, because some people don't get that. And the feeling of when you get out of the shower and you're clean, you smell good, you know, you put on your clean clothes. We should be grateful for that, because not everyone gets it. Yeah, and they operate here in Rockingham.
They do, and they operate also in Safety Bay and Kwinana as well. So if you ever see an orange combi running around with Orange Sky, now you know exactly what it is. They also look for volunteers as well to make it all happen, but they have definitely expanded from when they started out 12 years ago, and they are Australia-wide now. And it's just a great service. I mean, you see sort of on the internet how there's some like local barbers in some community, and they'll do the haircuts and all of that for free for them. And it's that same thing. They just feel pepped up, you know, and it's just a great thing to see. And so Orange Sky Laundry is one of the charities that the funds will be going to, and they are based out of, the Salvation Army there on Wilmot Drive. So,
fantastic.
I know.
I love
it.
It's
exciting.
We are going to go to a song, but I just want you to hang around for a little bit longer, because I do have a couple of questions about the Little Bookshop and the fact that you were on TV recently.
Oh,
stay tuned, everyone. You can hear the laughter, because we're having a good time this morning, and I hope you are. Thursday, it's the downward slide into the weekend, which is what we love. And we haven't even got to what's happening on the weekend, but I do want to talk Little Bookshop and how you are absolutely stealing the screen these days. You appeared on the couch, didn't you?
I appear every month.
Yeah, every month on the couch. Yeah.
Actually, that sounds a bit dodgy, really, when you say it like that.
You appear every 4 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Still.
And on the couch.
Yes.
It is the Couch TV. So it's Perth television, and each state has their own local.
Couch.
They all have their own couch. Mm-hmm. So it's all about what's in your own state. So obviously we all are about WA, and it gets aired via Foxtel.
Okay.
So, which I don't have, but you know, it also goes out on YouTube and things like that. So
social media as well.
Yeah, social media. So every month I travel on into Perth City and film the segment that I do, which is called Talking Books, and I'm talking about, you know, bringing in, I bring in 5 books. I talk about them. I talk about the gossip in, you know, the book world.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you know, things like the rumour mill with Taylor Swift bringing out a book in July that Pan Macmillan, as a publisher, is being very, very, very quiet about. So, you know, we talk about all of them kinds of fun things, you know, when there's a writers' festival going on and all of that. And they are, Fred is the host, and he does the graveyard shift, whatever you want to call it, at 6PR.
Yep.
Has done for ages, and is always kills it in the ratings every year. He's very much about teaching, training, and showing and improving people in the community. Just happens to be a large community like Perth. So that's what all that is about. You know, the RAC Arena, they come in, they talk about things going on. They bring in local singers and acts and stuff like that. So then it all gets obviously edited and it airs the following week. Yeah, so
it's
so you
cool.
looked amazing.
I'm going to Google you on YouTube and find out now.
I didn't even. You know what? It's the first time I actually wore my glasses, because I always take them off, because when it comes to social media, it's always like that little bit of reflection.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Don't worry about it. You're fine." So I was like, "Okay, cool."
Well, it's better to be able to see.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I have read the books that I'm talking about. So, yeah, that's all good.
You're sitting there looking at the cover, bringing it back and forward, going, hang on a second, yep, I know which this one is.
Yeah, sometimes there'll be an oddball question that comes my way and it's like, oh, okay, what am I going to say here? But, generally
it's edited.
It is all prepared. Yes, it is edited.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I do. And it's great to sort of get to a larger audience with reading and with books and what's going on, because it doesn't have to be this sort of, intelligent. That's what I think a lot of people think with books and reading and stuff. It's like this elitist, intelligent old professor sitting somewhere in his library and it's all very serious. And it's just like, no. I just love reading and it's cool fun, and I have.
They're not reading 50 Shades of Grey, are they?
No. So that's what it's about. And I also make sure that that there are always 2 or 3 WA authors or Australian authors that are in there.
And it's what I love about you. So, every opportunity you get, you look to promote locally and give a platform to young authors or even established authors that are local.
Yeah, I do want to organise like a writing competition for like the middle-aged readers, between your 8 and 12-year-old, which you ladies might be able to help me with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just to have like a little writing competition, and have gift vouchers as prizes and and it's just nice stories and get judges. Like we could probably get Karen to be a judge,
for sure.
That kind of thing. And just boost the literacy.
Yeah.
And boost it for kids who are genuinely, I love writing.
Yeah. And I love that you've got those ideas, because we do have events where we have community sport events, down here. We do have, the music events, we've got Breakthrough, which is looking at young artists coming through and things like that. Yeah. We could potentially look at another form of culture and go, let's look at, we've got so many illustrators that are in our area that people don't know about. Yeah. We've also got a lot of talented young writers and also established writers that need connections.
Yeah, definitely.
And something like that sounds amazing.
Yes, because Rockingham is more than, like you say, sports.
Yes.
Especially for young people. There is actually, I love it when the young people come into the shop.
Yes.
And then they'll sit there on my couch, on the couch there, and they just like zone out. They read, they talk to their friends, and I just think it's a nice little space for them.
It's a great space,
and it's somewhere different for them as well, rather than other areas or like a shopping centre that they might want to hang out in. And I just think it's fab that their books are still important to them. It's not
it's not lost.
It's not lost, so that's why I think like a little writing competition
beautiful.
Would be really idea. Cool. Or not even the word competition really. Just put in your story and we can
what do we
work
call
around
it? Uncover, unearth something, young writers.
Yeah.
Let's listen
writers
to their story.
Rocco.
Yeah, voices. Let us hear them. I like it.
So yes, if you're listening in and you want to
we could go to all the schools
and I love
too.
the age range as well, like the 8 to 12-year-olds, because they're often missed out, I reckon.
Yes, the middle readers definitely.
Yeah.
And there is that sort of disconnect, I think, and a lot of the parents as well. They're not quite sure, because it's like, well, are they chapter readers or they still graphic novels, that kind of thing. So it's the parents as well. That because they grew up on, there was the junior reader, there was a chapter book, and in the last 5 to 8 years, in comes that graphic novel, a transition, I think, really, for middle readers, because the literacy rates are dropping. So all of that is just an improvement. So I think if we can concentrate on that age range, because, there's a lot of people, and that's the world we live in now, where it's just you're stuck on a screen 24/7. So I think if we concentrate on that age group to be like, hey, there are other options than a screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And emoji icons.
Yeah, make your story come to life. And here's an
Absolutely.
opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
there is kids out there that love it.
Yeah, love creating.
And can I tell you, there's a little secret about me. I actually have a novel in my head.
You need to write your novel, Jess.
Yeah,
don't tell us too much about it.
Well,
I'll steal the idea.
It's called Dougal Street.
Okay.
And you wouldn't think it's about a boy's relationship with a bird.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird, but it has...
It's good.
I've always
not boring.
And Karen keeps telling me, Jessica, just write it.
Just write it.
Just write it.
Yeah.
I read a book last year, surprisingly. I can't remember the title. Big author name, though.
Yeah.
And one of the side characters was a boy who had this little bird cage in the backyard.
Yeah.
And one of the main characters used to go and visit him. And that turned out for the author when he was going around doing his tours that's what people wanted to talk about.
Identify.
The boy and his budgies in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know. So there you go. There is a story in that, Jess.
Yeah. Well, it's about up north and there's...
Up north?
Yeah. Like a cyclone comes through and a nest actually falls out of a tree and this boy decides he's going to go out into this cyclone and save this bird. And so that's where the relationship begins. He hand feeds this bird, but he lets it back in. But it's about a boy who struggles at school. Anyway,
moving on. Start writing it, Jess, please.
Move on.
Yeah.
You are creative, Jess. You should write the book. Don't laugh. I'm being serious.
My story
She's laughing at me.
Bali.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a nice chance to actually focus.
I feel jealous. I need to write a story now. I don't even have an idea. Tell me about your story.
It's nothing. Well, it's about me. How's that?
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to be. This is just hilarious.
Are you going to Crom Castle?
I am going to Crom Castle.
I knew straight away when you said that. I thought, hang on a second, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
fantastic.
The book is going to be called Hear Me Roar, and there are, I think, 10 women that are obviously all doing their own story about how, I always think of the Talking Heads song, How Did I Get Here?
Yes.
What sort of made you who you are and where you are now, that kind of thing. So when I went to Bali a few weeks back, it was just so nice to be able to clear everything out of my mind and concentrate and go, right, I'm going to do my story now. And I probably thought, how long can this take? And it actually took quite a while. So it was early mornings for me in Bali and it was just peaceful, relaxing and quiet. So I managed to get a lot of it done because I thought, you come back into your world again and life just takes you and off you go and you run out of time for all of these sorts of things. So but the great part about it is that it is at Crom Castle. I didn't realise until last week that the book launch will be in a castle in Ireland. And I was just like, whoa.
That's so cool.
Which sounds,
I love that.
What a great experience.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it's also as well to take like Australian authors into the Irish and European market as well. So it's going to be fabulous, but, I've got to work there as well.
Yeah.
You'll work fabulously, though.
Yeah, and I...
Work. Yes. I think that you're going to have more of a good time and go, was this work? I don't know.
I know, and there's some really, really amazing out-of-this-world guests that are going to be there.
You're just fangirling now.
I am a bit fangirling, for sure. So, that's all in November. But it was just a great surprise to be like, we're having a book launch in a castle.
That's
like, who says that ever?
Well, you just did. There you go.
I can tell you who says that. Karen McDermott.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And if you don't follow KMD Books,
you should.
You absolutely should. Great established business that's in Rockingham, doing great things for local authors, but also, just increasing people's literacy, but also getting people's stories heard and encouraging people to write their stories, because she has this firm belief that you can make a connection with someone through letting out your story and talking to people, and she's just a phenomenal human. Maybe I should just call this show the Karen McDermott Fan Club.
Yeah.
Because we all are. And she was once on IPL Radio, had her own show here.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. But she does amazing work. So I know that I was at a bookseller event up at Coburn Library the other week, and the author was talking, obviously their story, their book, and there's a lot of writers that go to these things, and they were asking about, when do you know to send the draft copy in? And she just said what she found very difficult was you have to read it as the reader. And that's what I was having trouble with when I was reading mine. It's like, I know my story. So I've given it to family to read, and then I thought, well, they know my story
as well.
So I've let Amy read it yesterday and things like that, and I just want to give it to not strangers, but obviously people who I know very well, but they don't know my background. Just have that outsider reader perspective, and we'll go from there, because what happens once that draft copy's gone in, I have no idea how that process works. I just sell books.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so exciting.
It is.
So
it's very
exciting.
And very emotional when you have to write about yourself.
Cathartic, isn't it?
Yes.
It's almost like a release to go through things again and really process things from like a time perspective as well.
Yes.
Because as we grow older, the things that we went through, you often get a really good chance to really kind of sort them in your mind and realise I don't have the emotional attachment to things that I did before.
Yeah.
And also I survived that.
Yes.
I remember being in that moment, feeling that and thinking I was never going to make it through, and I survived that, and I am actually kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Or that was actually more challenging than I allowed myself to feel.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I did survive that, even though at the time I didn't I kind of just hid it under the carpet and just moved on from it. Well, actually that was a pivotal time. Did I say that word?
Yeah, you did good.
You're so
That's
2020.
We are talking about language and words, and because you know that I love words.
Yes, you do.
What is the word of today?
The word of today is pampered.
Which is when we're talking about Men's Health Week.
Why not?
Being a pampered is a very good thing.
Spoiled or coddled.
Coddled. That just reminds me of coddled eggs.
Well, I kind of feel like that has negative connotations then, doesn't it? Because I like the idea of pampering, but spoiled or coddled makes me think like, maybe it's not such a good thing.
But do you think...
I'm good with that word.
Good with it?
Yeah, I am good with that
think we
word.
should spoil ourselves.
Okay.
Maybe it's the connotation with spoiled. Spoiled
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to mean a bad thing, because we think, spoiled milk, a spoiled child.
Brat. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, spoiled child.
Even coddled, I'm like, I consider coddled to be like when
it's a very old-fashioned term.
Yeah.
Coddled.
Yeah. Anyway, I deserve to be pampered.
And my partner, when we were in Bali, as we all do, we go have a massage every day. He was at the beauty parlour just as often as I was. The facials getting done, the hair done, the pedicures.
I didn't see those photos make it.
No, they didn't get on social media. No.
The meaning of pampered is like having an indulgent mud bath at a fancy hotel. Why not?
Oh, wouldn't you?
Having an indulgent mud bath at a fancy hotel.
It's only used in 2.5% of stories, which is quite low.
Listeners, if you could see the picture
I know,
associated with this word.
That's exactly what I look like.
It's amazing. I just love
Pampered comes from the Middle English word pamperin, which means to cram with food.
Oh, yeah, okay, I like the word pampered.
Pampered guest, pampered body, pampered style.
A pampered style. Oh.
Pampered lifestyle.
Word pairs.
Pampered lifestyle. Pampered lifestyle.
Yeah.
Every now and then a pampered lifestyle would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I live a pampered style.
And pampered style will be happening at the charity gala.
Yeah, it is. And that is the word of the day, pampered.
Pampered.
So definitely take it from that. Maybe give yourself a little bit of pampering. If not today, tomorrow or even the weekend. There's plenty of time for pampering.
Yep, 5 minutes, walk up your street, walk back again, breathe in that fresh air. Yeah. That's pampering as well.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that.
We're going to listen to a little bit of music. Kerry, thank you so much for joining us. Don't be a stranger. I think I'll see you tomorrow anyway.
Oh, yes, tomorrow's Friday. Yes,
tomorrow's Friday. Right. Yes. We've got our little RCG meeting. We're talking all things Rockingham Charity Gala. Once again, get your tickets. I'll put them on my Facebook page. Get onto it. But also, quiz night this weekend, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Saturday, June 17th from 7:30, even the doors open at 7 at the Gary Holland Centre. The quiz night is on. There's door prizes, spot prizes. There's a licensed bar. There's lots of games. Bring your loose change, all fundraising for IPL Radio. Get your tickets at www.iplradio.org.au and support us here.
Please.
That's an important word. We're going to listen to a little bit of the police.
Oh, I was just going to say one thing.
Go.
You know what? The first time I ever won a quiz night, and I was so thrilled to pieces because I was the only one who knew the answer on the table. What was the first Disney movie and when? What year did it come out?
Okay, so I'm thinking that it's the Mickey one.
Fantasia.
Snow White, 1937.
Oh.
So if you get that question asked, now you know.
Now you know.
Snow White in 1937.
Oh, so it was a complete movie.
Yeah,
I was just thinking of...
not Little Steamboat Willie cartoon. Yeah, a movie. I know. And I won. I was like, thank you, team. Thank you. I
hope you got the meat tray all to yourself.
You know what? I can't even remember what the prize was, but you know. Yeah. But I will always remember that question now. Forever and ever. Yeah.
Dude, it's like already 10:46. Time flies when you were here, Kerry.
Yeah, it does. And we're going to talk TikToks after this.
Oh, I'm excited.